Welcome back to Football Kings, guys. Today's Tuesday, and we're about to, of course, get into the Florentino Perez crash out. There's no, there's no other way to call it. Some people will say, yeah, he had an emergency press conference, but to us, this was a proper crash out because Perez
Mm.
made everything about him and talked about a lot of irrelevant things and things I feel are not needed in this current crisis. I feel like Real Madrid are finding themselves in. I feel like we'll get into the details of that, and then of course, his coach transfers have been flying around. People talking about Xabi Alonso, people talking about Annie Slot. Would he leave Liverpool? With Xabi Alonso coming to Liverpool, Chelsea, what's going to happen? Anyways, we'll get into that conversation too as well. Let's get into it, but let's start with the Perez crash out.
Mm.
Perez said,
Where
"You
do you want
people
to
are
start
saying a lot
from?
of things about me."
Okay,
You
you are
guys,
reading it. Are you
no, I'm
reading it?
saying I'm not reading it. I'm saying
Okay, you're
from what I
paraphrasing.
remember,
Okay,
paraphrasing.
okay, okay. Yeah.
Perez, like, you people are saying a lot of things about me. You guys are saying I have cancer. I have a lot of work to do, or he's
You're
more than
tired.
fit.
Tired of the
Yeah,
job.
say
Yeah.
he's tired of the
He's
job, but
tired
he's
of
more
the
than
job.
fit, and he can
Mm.
he can do a lot more, right? And if anybody wants to come for his position, they might as
So
well
challenge.
they
See him
might
in the
as well
election.
they might as well come forward. It felt like a threat, though. That felt like a
He
threat.
say
You know my position.
like he said he called for the new election and he told his opponents to present themselves
But
and challenge him
for him to
and his
do,
board of directors.
he said he's not going to resign. But apparently, in order for him to even get into an election, he needs to resign for the election. Is what I heard. Is that true?
Mm. Yes, he needs to resign for the election, and he's prepared to resign for the election. Resign just to do an election to prove that no. But most of the time, when Perez has come forward, he's hardly been challenged. Maybe only once. I can't remember. But most of the time, he's just so winner, right? Because the problem, I explained this thing last year about Real Madrid. For you to be eligible for the Real Madrid presidency, you should have been there for 20, be a member of the club for 20 years.
Mm,
20 years.
mm.
How many it's not like what's the guy that went and bought mine that said he wanted to buy Chelsea.
Yeah.
It's not those kind of fair weather fans like one day you're a Chelsea fan, then the following year you became
Mm.
Manchester United
You have
fan.
to be through and through in
Exactly.
this.
So
Yeah.
20 years you
Mm-hmm.
have Madrid club membership,
Mm-hmm.
and you should be able to provide upfront your bank a bank guarantee of 15% of the value current
Mm-hmm.
value of the club has to be
Mm-hmm.
guaranteed by your bank.
Mm. 15%.
Yes,
Did you say
yes.
15% of? You have to have 15%.
Bank guarantee.
That's like how many
Eh,
millions?
Real Madrid is the richest club on earth,
That's like
I think,
millions.
right? Yes. So the minimum that would be is, I think, I don't know if Real Madrid is up to 1 billion now, but they are close to 1 billion in terms of valuation. Then after them, Manchester United, but you're looking at almost 150 million pounds
Okay, I know,
or
I
euros.
get where you're going with. Nobody can really challenge Perez like that. But
Yeah.
let's talk about.
And you saw the part where he went against ABC. Like ABC are releasing so many things about him. He's going to unsubscribe from ABC because of his father, to honor his father.
Yeah. Okay. Let's switch gears. What is the point of this press conference in the first
So
place?
the point of this is just like what AB always says. AB says you can say Andy and his media friends. Sometimes the media, they it just feels like they sometimes want to spin things out of proportion
Mm.
to push a narrative. But at the same time, I believe, and we all believe, there's no smoke without fire.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, he said, "Oh, why are they making a fuss?" They asked him about the fight. Why are they making a fuss about the fight? There's
Mm-hmm.
always been, every time he's been president, there's always been fights in the dressing room.
Yeah.
The issue that he has is, How
Who
did
is
it?
the leak?
How did it get leaked?
Yeah, he was more worried about the leak than the fight.
I'm like, brother, it means that throughout your time, Real Madrid dressing room has always been a boxing ring.
I don't
Oh,
believe Perez. I don't believe Perez. I really don't. I really don't believe him.
but at
I
the
feel
same
this is
time,
I feel he's trying to minimize the situation, and I know
mm,
he's trying to protect them. But the fight that happened between Chouameni and Valverde, you can't tell me that this is normal and you should normalize that at your
mm,
club. Then what kind of president are you? You
mm,
get what I'm saying? Oh yeah, this is normal, but they fight all the time and then they become friends. But I'm more concerned about the leak. Who is the person that leaked this to the press? Because then you cannot make up and become friends again. That's not the point. The point is Madrid you guys are trophyless. You guys are trophyless. The dressing room,
yes.
people are fighting.
Mhm,
It's different from the
mhm,
situation in the past when you guys are winning UCL and people are
mm.
fighting. That's completely different.
Okay, okay, Kingsley, let me ask you this question, and I'll ask people down this life, right? This guy, since he's been president, he's brought in 76 trophies for Real Madrid.
Mhm.
I think I don't know how long he's been president, how many times,
Yeah, it's brought in trophies.
maybe
Yeah.
20, 21 years.
Mhm.
I don't know how long, but he's been there for so many times, back and forth, right? 76 trophies.
Mhm.
So do you think he's somebody that does not know what he's doing? Old age might have no, Kingsley. The times might be changing. We talked about the Galactical stuff, and maybe he should move from there. The football is moving away from there. Do you get what I'm saying? Maybe football is moving away from there. He's still applying old principles to a new time. But sometimes those
Mhm.
old principles
Old
still
solution to a new
stand.
problem.
Yeah, they still stand, right? And maybe that's why I think he's just done. He's trying to get Mourinho to come in to be an iron man in that dressing room. Do you get to bring law and order, right? So yeah, yeah, exactly. Say Andy Perez is a football version of Trump. He is, like, he's challenging anybody that wants to come forward,
I think
challenging them.
he called this press conference, and the press conference based on everything he said, at least
Mm,
everything that I heard him say with the little
mm,
research I did. I don't
mm.
think those things he said solves a problem, but rather creates more questions, more doubt in the fans.
Like,
At
yeah,
the end of the day,
yes, I
these
think,
players will
yeah,
still play in front of Real Madrid fans. The season is not. I don't. The season is not over.
but
They have
yes,
a home game. I think this week.
but they are going
Then
trophyless again.
yeah, but
That's the point.
these players are getting booed by the fans. This is
Yes,
your
but and
time
that's
as
one thing that is
president.
paining him. Is paining him. I think that thing is paining him very
This
well,
is your time as
right?
president to step up
Mm,
and calm the noise and show the fans, show the supporters that hey,
mm,
we know things are moving crazy right now, but we can
mm,
steer this ship in the right direction. Don't make it about
mm.
you and all the
Yeah,
attacks that people are bringing on you. Yes, people are saying this about me. People are saying this about. Why are you being a crybaby? Why are you talking about all of these things people are saying about you? It's a hazard in the job. It's part
yeah,
of
it
the job.
is.
The media will do the media. Like you, I don't like this whole talk of the media coming for Real Madrid. You're the biggest club in the world. Every news about Real Madrid is breaking news.
Yes, Man
So
U, Real Madrid, you can look at them
like,
as similar path.
you're the biggest club in the world. Of
Do you
course, they
get?
will have to talk about you.
If you blink, they talk. If you
To
blink,
me
they talk.
it makes no sense that he's that it felt if to me it felt more like he's just talking about things that are irrelevant.
Yes, yes. And Rookie's
Um,
comment is they say Perez behavior today tells you exactly why the players behave the way they do.
yeah, like
It's from
I
the
think it
top,
makes no sense. I think it makes no sense.
right? From
Talking
the
about all
top.
of this, saying that especially the part that struck me the
Yeah,
most in the conversation is the fight. A
yeah.
player hit another player, and that
Player
other player had to go to the
injury, go
hospital.
to hospital. Yeah,
This is a whole PR issue. I said PR, HR issue. PR
yeah.
and
It is.
HR actually. PR and HR
Yeah.
issue is bad on the image of the club. It's also
Mm,
the human relations between the players. The culture is not safe. There's a toxic culture at Real Madrid. You're the
mm,
president, and there's a toxic culture amongst the players. Saying it's
yeah.
normal, they fight. It means the Real Madrid culture has, as you're now telling us, you're now telling the people that don't know what's happening internally that there's a toxic culture at Real Madrid where players fight other players. Why should players fight other players? Why should that be the case? Why can't there be harmony amongst the players? Why can't there be a sense of leadership in the dressing room where some players respect some players, their seniority? Why can't that be there at Madrid?
Okay, so he begs me now, right? What is the root cause of all this agitation and what is the root cause of everything? He said another thing he said, which was damning to me, he said La Liga is against Real Madrid. No, Kingsley, when they didn't give Mbappe the world best, what happened? Everybody stay home.
Not Mbappe, Vinicius, Ballon
Sorry,
d'Or.
Vinicius. Sorry,
Mm.
Ballon d'Or. Vinicius. Everybody stay home. Was he the
Why?
one that made that? He was the one that made
Why?
that decision for them to stay home. Even Ancelotti won best manager. He could not even receive the award. So you see, if you look at this thing, what is the root cause? To me, it started this whole thing started from is us against them. Especially when they started diving into the Super Cup. Or they want to they were the ones pushing Super Cup and everything, Super Cup, or they want to make sure that football is available to all the ends of the earth. Even the people in Africa, the children in Africa can watch football for free. Is that really going to happen if Super Cup was approved? Do you get? So the issues are there in terms of this us versus them mentality. Perez needs to stop it. And I don't know if it's the old age. Rookie said something about him being outdated, but is it the old age?
That's an interesting question. Let me read some comments. Um,
Yeah.
SSB saying, imagine telling someone in 2005 that Real Madrid, Man U, and AC Milan will be in the gut. I mean, they're not Real Madrid is not entirely in the gutter, but I get what you mean. Standards have dropped.
Mm.
Rookie saying Perez so focused on not losing his position, he simply called a press conference and didn't show a shred of professionalism. SSB saying, do you remember the story when Real Madrid board and some of the players got rid of the woman who was the medical trainer? Some of the older board members didn't like that it was a woman. Wow, that's crazy. AB saying, I don't get what Kings is saying. Did we miss where he said Madrid is owned by no one? This this was answering to shareholders. He needs to address everything. What I'm saying,
Oh, I get a bit points. But when
what
you
I'm
call out a press conference, it's not to be heated like this.
I still don't agree with the way he spoke
Yeah,
about the fight.
yeah.
The way he
On
spoke
so
about
many
the
things I
fight,
don't agree.
I don't agree with it. Even if you're saying he has to answer. Madrid is owned by no one. This was answering to shareholders. I still feel like what he said about the fight makes no sense to me. Of saying that people always fight. It's the leak. It's the leak. He's more concerned about the leak than the players fighting each other.
The leak was the
What if
issue for
Valverde
him.
was severely injured?
Died
Or what if he died?
or he died.
Then
Yeah.
what happens? SSB saying, but
Then he will have to
the
resign.
same one was one of the top medical professionals. Wow, say she was in her 40s as well, not young. Foxy saying, in fairness, since Perez became president of Real Madrid, they've won 66 titles in total.
Is it 66 or 76?
Um, Drew is
I
saying,
think
I
it's
have all the
76.
quotes that Perez said. I sent to Kingsley on Instagram. Okay, sent to my Instagram. Okay, let me check it out now. Let me check it out now.
He said, no wonder Perez wants Mourinho. Everything he said today makes sense. Yes. And they asked him about Mourinho, and he was like, I just look at it this way. You remember before Ancelotti came,
Mm,
they somehow had issues. It
mm.
just feels like it's been a patch job after patch job after patch job.
Okay, let's go through.
If
Let's go
you,
through each of the things that he said that Drew sent to me. First one, he
yeah,
says that he's sorry to announce that he will not resign.
not be resigned.
Of
Yes, that's
course,
the first thing.
we addressed that. Second one, he calls for an election 3 years early. Right? It was like, yeah, the election can happen. Right? He will not resign, but if you want an election, sure, we can have an
Oh,
election
call. He will just resign for the full purpose of doing competing in the election.
in the election. He's saying that he says that there is a campaign against him with made up
And Real
names,
Madrid. Yeah.
including that he has cancer, which he
Mm.
addressed. He picks up the phone and starts reading out news and laughing. This is what he
Against
was
him,
doing.
yeah.
including
Yeah, yeah,
ABC's
yeah.
news today saying that he was told he was told his inner circle that he's tired. He was
He's
told by
tired.
the inner circle that he's tired. Says he works
Mm.
like an animal day and night. Says anyone spreading rumors against him can challenge him in the elections. So he's running like there's a conspiracy against him, basically.
Mm.
He's reminding people that Real Madrid have won, that with him, Real Madrid have won 76 titles. He's saying that Real Madrid is one of the most prestigious clubs in the world, and that it's lies that the club is in shambles. The club being in shambles is all lies. Um,
Financially, they are better off when he's president than
he
when he
calls
wasn't.
the Negreira case as the worst scandal in football history. He
Yeah.
says Real Madrid have the
Baka
most.
Byron race
He says Real Madrid have the most valuable squad in the world according to Transfer Market. He
Forbes.
he says he will submit a dossier to UEFA to end the fact that there are referees from the Nigeria era still officiating. Um, he says he says Relevo worked with La Liga and was created to smear Real Madrid and Perez. Right, he starts arguing with an ABC journalist. He says he will cancel his ABC subscription to honor his father. We already addressed that. He says when he arrived at Real Madrid, the financial situation was so bad that the club
That's
couldn't
bad,
pay
yeah.
players and employees. With him, it's an incredible financial situation with record earnings, with the most valuable squad in the world. Says it's not true that the club spent more than they planned on the Bernabeu. Says he's ready to fight anyone and everyone.
Mm.
Says La Liga is Real Madrid's enemy. Say, well, bro, this list goes on and on and on and on and on. I don't want to take up all the time, but
Read it, read
I should
it.
take up all the time.
Let
Okay, okay, okay.
so
Uh,
people should know what
well,
he
so
said
people should
now.
know. Okay, I felt like I was reading for so long. Okay, cool. Let's keep going. It says Real Madrid won the Super League case, and what they did was for the good of football, so that children in Africa can watch football for free. He reads ABC News saying that he told his inner circle that he's tired again. That he told his inner circle he's tired again. He read it again. Says he will not speak about players or managers or the sporting side. Says he will unsubscribe from ABC again, which is which is stupid. Like, says everyone in the world loves him. Says the club will do an analysis on the sporting side after the elections. Says this is not a dictatorship. Says he's the most successful president in history. Says it's not the first time that two players have fought at Real Madrid. That there were seasons where it happened all the time. Says there were two
And
articles.
wait. Okay, before you continue, maybe
Yeah,
he's right in the sense that when you have big egos in a dressing room, maybe it will just happen, right?
yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Maybe it will just happen. When you have those big egos, it will happen. But the
But is it
question
not
is,
down to his strategy of the player selection? You can still link it to that. I mean,
assembling
it's not
assembling the team.
correlation nor causation, but still
Yeah,
you can still relate it to that. He
yeah.
says there were two articles today written against Real Madrid by ABC. One of them by a woman that doesn't even know if she knows football.
Knows football. Mm.
He reads ABC News. He must have a whole beef against ABC News. What's up with Perez
Maybe
and ABC?
he said things against him
ABC,
now.
what's up with you and Perez? I read ABC News
Mm.
again that he told his inner circle that he's very tired. Says there is no club that paid the referees. Says there is no club that paid the referees and got away with
And
it.
got away with it.
Says
Yeah.
they need to leak the news. Says Chouameni and Valverde are great boys and great players. Says he doesn't want to brag, but his company makes billions in multiple continents. Says the truth is that Real Madrid had massive success under his presidency. Asks other journalists to let the girls speak, that the rest of them are ugly. Says he was robbed of 7 La Ligas. Says he
Yeah.
only wants to defend the club's interest. He doesn't want publicity, fame, power, or anything from the club. Says he got robbed
Mm.
of 18 points in La Liga this season. Says uh,
Point. How many points?
18
How many
points.
points?
18 points. He's got
18.
robbed 18 points
Oh,
in La Liga.
that's the same point that Baka used to win him, Abi. 18 points. So that's what they robbed him off.
He got robbed of 18 points in La Liga this season. Says the real socios don't boo players, they support them. Says that it hurts them when fans boo a player. Says they will have to shoot him to get him out of the club.
Out of the job. Oh yes, exactly.
He says
Out
good
of the
night
club.
and he hopes that he never sees the journalists again. There you have it, guys.
So
The whole
the press
breakdown of
conference
Perez
is
press
just to
conference.
tell the journalists and everyone he's
F
in
you.
charge.
He's like, yeah,
I'm
F you
in charge.
guys.
Yes,
F the
I'm in charge
news.
of the club.
I'm in charge of this
Yes,
club. I'm the most
club,
successful president.
and we're going to bring law and
Everything you're
order.
yeah, everything you're saying is a lie. People
Mm.
fight all the time. Yeah.
Kingsley, for this
ABC News,
guy,
I won't subscribe.
look at it this way. For this guy to come into
Typical
the
boomers.
dressing room, Kingsley, for this guy to come into the dressing room and blast all of them. Remember
uh,
the match where after the game
yeah,
where he
yeah.
kept all of them, he
Mm-hmm,
blasted them and
mm-hmm.
allowed the young boy to leave. Only one person to leave that he did well.
It was Gulia. Yeah.
Gulliet, then the rest he finished them. It just shows one thing. That's why Alonso wasn't able to function in that club. I don't think Perez gave Alonso enough power. I don't think so.
I mean, I feel like I don't disagree with you. I feel like
I don't think so.
we all feel the
Because
same way.
if
We
you
all
gave
feel the same way.
Alonso
Yeah.
if you gave Alonso some of the critical issues Alonso brought up,
Mm-hmm,
the fitness issue, they don't train well,
mm,
they are not disciplined. There are
mm-hmm,
so many things he raised. They are like nursery kids. That's what he
mm-hmm,
said. They're like children, nursery kids. He's never seen a dressing room. And this is somebody that played in Real Madrid.
mm.
Alonso played in Real Madrid. So for him to be talking like this, it just means, but it could also mean the type of players we have now in this generation. Yes,
SSB
yes,
saying, Loki, I think bringing in Mourinho is not to win trophies, but Mourinho will be the
yeah,
guy who comes in and tells who is not good enough and who to get rid
and
of.
get rid of.
You
Yeah,
think so? You think that's exactly what will happen?
Kingsley, Kingsley. There are some basics in football. The basics whether we go from era to era. Yeah, yesterday I was
Mm,
watching highlights of I don't know what was it, AC Milan and Monaco, or AC Milan and some and Juventus
mm,
Champions League. I was just watching the game. The thing, the era has changed in the way we played, but the
mm,
basics of football still remained then. It's still the same basic. You must put the ball at the back of the net to score. You
mm-hmm.
must. Do you get what I'm saying? You have to defend as a unit. As a defender, they are coming at you 1v1. There's still the same principles we use in defense, teaching the younger ones to defend. It's still the same principles they use then. Do you get? So
Mm-hmm.
Mourinho has transcended so many eras in football. Maybe this is like the third era he is in currently, right? And he can, to me, if you have an attitude problem, that's the first thing. You have an attitude problem that the coach cannot handle, then you need to go. Basis of football will not work. You
I
and the
feel
coach
like
cannot be, they cannot be two
there's a
masters, they cannot be two
exactly
commandants in that dressing room. You
there's
and
a
the coach cannot be like this. No,
there is a slight chance I'm feeling either between
Mbappe
Mbappe
or
or
Vini
Vinicius Junior would
will
have
go,
a crash in terms of their relationship with Mourinho. Like he might
and
be happy
they will go.
and maybe it falls apart later in the season. Something like because
How can
you
Kingsley
can't
look
come
at
to
it
Big
this
Ego and
way?
think you succeed having a coach like
Yes.
Mourinho in your team. You need to be
Look
very
at careful. Look at it this way. How can Alonso be substituting you as a coach? Then you tell
careful.
Alonso, why always me? Are you crazy? Are you mad? Like, no. Kingsley, think about it. Your coach is substituting you as why always me?
Mm.
So
And
it's because of
you
your
see Luis
attitude.
Enrique sub out Dembele. You see the
You
attitude.
see him running.
See the attitude.
You
He's
see
still
him
there
running.
supporting his
He
teammates. Like,
even
yeah, let's go, let's
take
go.
his gaffer, hug him.
Mm. Anyways, Rookie saying PSG, Bayern, very professional clubs in less difficult leagues, and look at how they are all keeping up and even dominating modern football. It has nothing to do with the type of players we have in the generation, and it is simply Real Madrid environment just not being professional according to modern standards. No Prem club behaves this way. Mourinho is nothing but an admission that Real Madrid can't evolve into a modern football. And honestly, it is only going to, I guess, it will only get worse. Fox is saying this is
Say,
nothing
it's
for
a,
Perez. Had tougher times in the past. He knows how to handle this pressure at the biggest club in the world. This isn't Chelsea or Liverpool.
come on,
Why do
Foxy. Are
you
we
have
saying
to?
this? Are
Foxy,
we
you could
saying
have
this is
actually
Chelsea
made
or
that
Liverpool?
statement
Foxy,
without adding
Foxy.
the ending
Why are you?
sentence.
Why
You
are
could
you
have stopped
adding
at.
Chelsea?
You literally could have stopped at. He knows how to handle the pressure at the biggest club in the world. Full stop. There was no
But
need
no, he
for
must.
this isn't
Foxy, as
Chelsea
far
or
as
Liverpool.
Foxy, he must
Are
add
you
this
coming
is
for
not Chelsea or Liverpool to remind us that we're not the biggest
Oh
club in the
my
world. We
god.
know,
Oh my
we know
god.
that.
Um, SSB saying you see Perez wanted Antonio Conte before. This was years ago, but Sergio Ramos, CR7, and other players said they will fix the issues themselves. I think Perez wants a Conte type of figure. Imagine Conte at Real Madrid. Oh my god.
Oh. That exercise and that work they didn't want to do, Conte will make them do
Let's
it.
address Rookie's point first. Rookie's point
Yeah,
in terms of them bringing on Mourinho, is this a sign that they are not able to evolve? Is this
as
them?
a
Is
club.
this them? Yeah. Is it a sign that they're not able
Mhm.
to evolve like like the other clubs? Like when you look at Bayern, when you look at PSG, it feels like these
Mm,
clubs are very fresh, modern. The kind of football they
mm,
play, the kind of mentality they are, very professional. Look at how they compete. They gave us
mm.
one of the best semifinals that UCL semifinal
We've
we've
experienced in a
seen
long time.
in a while.
Mhm.
So it's like when you look at that and you compare it to Real Madrid, like although Real Madrid the quarterfinals with Bayern, it was good. They put in a good effort, but still going to appoint Mourinho, that doesn't feel much like progress because Xabi Alonso was supposed to be the guy that came with that freshness, right? That progress, that mod, take them into that
Yeah,
modern
I
era.
think yeah, this
Then
new
it
era,
didn't work
right, for
out.
Xavi
Yeah.
Alonso. I just think that he didn't give him enough power. An example is when I'm not sure if he's the fitness guy. He
Mm.
wanted to add to his dressing room staff, Pinto or something like that. Alonso said he didn't want anyone added to his backroom staff. And what happened at the end of the day? Piresti added him. And Alonso had like, okay, I don't want this guy in my backroom staff, mainly because obviously he doesn't know the way I want to play, the way I want to walk. He might be a fitness coach, but is he the right fitness coach for me?
Mm.
Do you get? So you don't even give the manager at the helm of your club the honors to bring in someone. Then that's an
Mm.
issue, right? Would he do that to Mourinho? Do you think?
Mm.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. And maybe he's looking at what they call it, he's looking at Alonso with the eye of somebody that he knew as a player. Oh, young chap. This, do you get what I'm saying?
Mm.
I think Zidane is much older than Alonso, right? I'm not sure, but it feels like Zidane is more old, is a bit older. Or
I
maybe
think
they're the same age.
is he? I think
Y-
it should be. Oh,
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, I think so. I'm not so sure. But
anyways,
it doesn't matter.
let me read.
Yeah.
Let me read. Drew's comments. Drew is saying, Kingsley, I think Xabi Alonso has no intention of being the Chelsea manager. He wants to make sure that Liverpool are aware he will use us as a stepping stone like Maresca. Chelsea fans,
When the Liverpool job becomes available, he runs
then
there.
you jump in. We'll see where it ends up going. I think that's the next conversation we're going to have about manager transfers. But Rookie saying
Mm.
this has nothing to do with pressure though, with Barca getting more and more American investments and they sticking with Hansi Flick and building consistency and maintaining their culture. Hmm. Fox is saying Mourinho did well at Real Madrid last time, beat Real Madrid this season. Jose doesn't stand for nonsense. He'll be backed by Perez, not the worst short-term appointment. See, that's you're saying short-term appointment. So you also don't see it being a long-term thing. AB saying, so tell us what is unmodern about Mourinho, about Madrid and Mourinho. You see, this is part of the media Perez was addressing. It's about
Yeah,
narratives and not football.
not football.
Okay, okay,
Yeah, the ABC narratives.
okay. Narrative and not football. I don't.
It's
I mean,
probably
at the end of
unsubscribed.
the day, people were not.
Everybody in
I
his
guess
family.
people look at Mourinho as, I guess,
Oh,
the lens rookies looking at Mourinho, and some people look at Mourinho is outdated. Like he will not be able to
but
step
Kingsley,
in and do
but
something.
Kingsley,
But it might
I
not
told
be.
you,
It might not be
I
actually.
told
He
you,
might do something. You never can
I
tell.
told you, I told you something about Mourinho. Most of the coaching colleges and whatever we have around the world,
Mm-hmm.
some of the books we use was written by Mourinho
Mm.
that teach coaching in this modern era, in two eras.
Wait, why would yeah?
So
I was
so
going
what
to
are we
say
saying?
he's yeah he knows his
Pep
stuff. I was going to say
Pep and Mourinho learned together.
now I was going to address this. Will Mourinho and Pep end up at La Liga next season? Is Pep going to La Liga next season?
We don't know where he's going now. What of if he? But they can't sack Hansi Flick.
Pep to where, to Barcelona?
I don't know. I don't know. Where else is he going? There's no other club that can afford him. Atletico Madrid is not sacking the brother Simeone now. He's become a godfather there. Do you get? But ah,
Wow, it says, oh yeah, there's a Pep news coming tomorrow. Football Terrace says they have a source that Pep is giving news tomorrow. Oh, that is about to drop his "I'm leaving the club" news.
no.
Foxy saying long-term thinking doesn't exist. Projects don't exist. No patience says
Yeah,
no anymore. No, so
you
short-term
lose
is
5 games
everything.
in it.
Now,
Yeah,
now, now.
yeah, yeah. Actually, he's right because you lose 5 games, you're gone.
Yeah,
Five
say
straight
everyone has
games,
a
you're
long-term
gone.
plan, a project, and
Yeah.
they lose 5 games in a row, sacked.
So that that's what I've always been
If
saying.
that's what you've been
You
saying for
cannot
sure,
be
yeah. Yeah, I
you
feel you.
cannot be
It's enough.
thinking of the future and thinking of 2 games
Yeah.
away
You
when
can't
you
be
are not
stuck in the
even
future
sure
too
you.
much. Yeah.
Yes, you have to win the game in front of you. That game is the most important thing you have as a manager. Win it and don't think about the next game.
Mm,
Win the one that you are currently playing. Focus all your resources on it and win it. When you leave that game, then you worry about the next one.
mm,
Do you get? You cannot even worry about the one after that one because you're not even sure you'll be there as a manager. You're not,
yeah.
right? So, yeah.
Yeah,
He
that's
said,
true.
and the Zabi Alonso gives Benitez and Poch vibes, more affiliation to other English clubs than clubs leaning towards Iraola as I've been. Let me say, Drew, in October, when all this Maresca nonsense started, Kingsley, we covered this October last year. You remember when I said the club, they spoke to Iraola, they admire him, his work and everything, right? Now,
Mm-hmm.
Iraola, I thought he does 1 year revolving contracts. I
Mm-hmm.
think in sense that it's 1 year. He wants to see his performance. Then he has an option to extend if he wants. Do you get? So if he doesn't like it, he's not extending. He's gone. Do you see? So
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, why is it that he's been staying at Bournemouth regardless of how they've been selling and buying players? He knows that's the kind of club they are. Then
Mm-hmm.
why is it that all of a sudden he's leaving at the end of the season? What has Bournemouth done that has been different since when he was there? Or that they sold players? They've always sold players from when he started at the club.
Mm.
Do you get? So at the end of the day, I just think it's a Raiola Chelsea is going for. They're just beating around the bush, using the Alonso is using us. Oh, Chelsea's coming
Alonso
from
is using you.
this.
I know you guys are using him.
Wait, it is
Everybody
both
is
sides
using
are
each other
using
to
each other.
gaslight the fans.
And Iraola and I think Iraola and
Mm,
Alonso have the same agents. So
mm.
if they have the same agent, is it not funny that it? I can make an hypothesis that
The
Alonso
agents
wants
kind
a
of.
Liverpool job
Yeah,
based on their.
I think it's pretty. pretty
He wants
clear
he
that
wants
Alonso
the
wants it.
he wants the
And the
le-
thing is,
yes,
Alonso going to Liverpool, the fans will be excited about that.
exactly.
It
If
will
he comes
really
to Chelsea,
cheer up the fans. The fans will want that
yeah,
because, of course,
there's still a
um,
huge affiliation, and it might not even work at Chelsea. It might not work. You see, when Poch came, he just like you can't even love the guy because of where he's coming from. You just see Spurs written all over him. And just every time you see him in his press conference, I feel like he's wearing a Spurs jersey. He could not just wash up those things from Spurs from his body. Although he went there and did justice, he beat them home and away. Which if he went there and he lost to Spurs, then he was
nah,
done. Do
nah.
you get? So the same thing with Benitez. The fans were
Yeah,
practically booing Benitez. We hated Benitez.
yeah. Let me keep on reading the comments. AB saying, "Can you suggest a good coaching manual or book?" Um, he's also saying, "Barca and Madrid don't sack coaches; they change coaches." Druvi saying, "Pep will not announce he's leaving before FA Cup final. Wrong timing."
No, he will not
Um,
do that. I don't think so.
Rookie say long-term thinking is everywhere, and it's exactly what all these clubs exhibit, and exactly why power has shifted to directors of football than head coaches. Rookie saying every club is trying to achieve a high level of consistency. SSB saying everybody wants to model Pep and City. Everybody wants to model the Pep and City model. It's why they get young players and young manager. Hmm.
Who is
Um,
who is that? Man City.
Yeah, Pep and City model. It's why they get young players and young manager.
Do they
Really?
really get young players and young managers? They get competent people that can do the job. Yes, they do.
Yeah, I feel yeah. To be fair, they
They
get.
don't
I mean, they
target.
get they
There's
get
no
like
cap.
ready made. Oh,
Yes, it's
they get
ready
like.
made. If the guy is 28,
Is there
get
a
him.
ground? Is
Yes,
there a
he
ground
has.
to train young players at City?
There's nothing like that. You just
Anyways,
get people that can do the job. People that will fix the problem now. That's what they get. They
Fox is
don't.
saying clubs
Yeah.
love the idea of long term thinking. Clubs approach with long term thinking, but the game is the game. Rosinho was long term thinking, by the way.
Garbage. Okay, Foxy, please don't do this to me. Just bring back my old wounds.
Rosinho was
Not
long
old.
term thinking, man. I'm going to age men. And then the men
He
aged
aged
him.
us. He aged us, brotherly. He aged us.
You guys aged each other. That brother, man, that guy was so confused when he carried his paper and pen,
Oh,
writing.
don't
You know,
remind
you
me.
know
Don't
that you know
even.
that coach is losing his
Oh,
mind when you see
my
Amorim,
God.
same thing.
It,
Open his practice board, aligning the pieces. He was losing his mind, losing to Grimsby Town. Rosinho, paper and pen, writing, jotting down, scratching his
ah,
head.
God. Uh,
Yeah, the
oh
that guy
my
was about
God.
to run mad. Um, where am I? Where am I? Where am I? Where am I? Okay. Rookie say Man City is now the perfect model in football, not Real Madrid. Man City. Rookie saying you're choosing clubs who are simply incompetent. So at any level of thinking, short term or long term, their tolerance for mediocrity will always bring them disasters. SSB saying, but guys, last time Mourinho dealt with egos at Manchester United, what happened? He got into fights with Pogba, Martial, etc. But I think I don't know. I don't know if it will happen at Real Madrid though. I don't think you
Mm.
get into a lot of fights, but you never can tell. Maybe. So it would be better if he went to Liverpool, knows more players. That Xabi Alonso. Um, says because Man City's model is the best model. Anyways, so it is inevitable Luis Enrique will end up in the Prem. This is Drew, but where will he go? So Luis Enrique end up in the Prem. Where will he go? I'm surprised that the news I saw today about Maresca saying City want Maresca. I'm surprised City don't want Enrique. Like why would City not want Enrique? Why Maresca over Enrique?
That's a better manager. Enrique is a better manager.
Better than Maresca, right? Like you're giving
Yeah,
Enrique a Haaland,
100%.
you're giving him a Doku,
Oh,
you're
oh
giving him a
God.
Semenyo, or if you sign
And
another right
and
winger, Semenyo doesn't
they already
perform, you
they
give him
already
a
work hard.
Foden,
They
you
already
give
work
him
hard.
okay, Bernardo Silva is gone,
He's
Rodri is still there. You give him a Rodri that will be trying to find his way back to fitness. right? You
mm,
give him you give him a decent squad, I feel, right? With a keeper that can play with his feet, right? And a Donnarumma that he has worked with before.
worked
You get what
with.
I'm saying? You give him that
Yeah,
squad, I
yeah.
think City can even become a good passing side. Well, not, it's not unusual for City to be a high passing side, to be passing the ball a lot. Like, it's not unusual. And then you make them, you know, really sharpen up the way they play and playing the way you want
Mm,
them to play. I know he likes using fullback, so Riley, you can really use O'Reilly very well. And I think you can
mm,
use that Mateus Nunes very well too. I don't know. I don't know. Everybody and their, I guess, and their cup of tea. So maybe Maresca is just what they want.
mm.
But yeah,
Yeah.
anyway, all these, let's get more into the coaching transfers. Xabi Alonso to Liverpool and uh, Iraola to Chelsea. This Xabi Alonso to Liverpool, I feel like people are spinning a lot of things that some parts of it are true, some parts of it are not true. And why am I feeling that way? I still
Mm.
feel that Liverpool, they are kind of waiting till the end of the season
To
to
see where
have
you
that
guys finish.
review. Yeah. For them to really know if they want this Arnie guy to stay. That is what I'm feeling internally, because this news came out a while back that yes, there's going to be an end of season review to see where we
Mm,
are at. So I'm thinking that they're waiting for that review to happen. Once that review happens, then they decide. This is just my own opinion. Then they decide,
mm,
okay, Shabi, Annie, how do we see this working out? Maybe Annie talks about the 26-27 project will look like. Shabi Alonso, maybe they have a conversation with him. What does your 26-27 project look like?
look like.
What's your profile of players? How do you plan?
Mm,
Just see what the two guys are saying, and then based off of that,
mm,
maybe choose, because they are kind of in the driver's seat, kind of. The Liverpool board are in the driver's seat for now. But the other thing is, if they wait too long
mm.
and Xabi Alonso gets tired of waiting, maybe pressure
We
from
move on.
Chelsea. Chelsea's like, how far? Let me know. Do you want the job or not? He
Mm,
might be forced to move on, and then we might be forced
yeah,
to stay with Annie because the decision is already made for us, right? It's like, even if
yeah.
Annie is good or not good, you might
Mm,
just be tempted to keep him and trust his own
yeah.
project because he's been here already for 2 seasons. So we might as well give him a third season and see
In
if
fact, that
the
season,
third
yeah.
season he will sharpen up the squad and make things look better than before. So that's what I am thinking,
But
guys. That's what I'm
but
thinking.
Kingsley, do you know something? I just look at it. Remember
Yeah.
when Klopp had a terrible season?
Mm-hmm.
Where people were like, "Oh, Klopp is declining. He's finished." Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
But
he's
nobody was
gone.
ever really Klopp out.
No, you
Nobody
couldn't
ever.
be Klopp out because he was like a legend of your club.
But still, even the
Yes,
season where he was not doing well, we were not as bad as this.
yes. That said, you were
You get
not
what
as
I'm saying?
bad. We
Let
all
me
agree.
if
The
an
major
assault if
issue,
an
let me
assault
just
had
land.
the same
The
yeah, I
major
just want to say,
issue.
if an assault
Mm,
had the same wins and L's like that Klopp's bad season that you're talking about, nobody will say
mm.
an assault out now. But keep
No,
saying
but
what you're saying.
the league has become more competitive.
But keep saying what you're saying.
It's not like the standard increase, but it's closer. It's closer
Mm,
now in terms of all clubs are close enough. Anybody can beat anybody more now than before.
than
Do
before.
you get?
Okay. Okay.
So you now reach a stage where you see clearly he's struggling,
Mm-hmm.
right? That said, I think they are just looking at it that Klopp also passed through this same cycle. This guy has won a league. To win a league, no matter how crazy you think it is, I'll still tell you that Arne Slot is a good manager.
Mm,
He's a good manager. There is no guarantees that if Alonso came the time he came, he would win the league, given the same squad. There's no assurance. Do you get? But he came in his first season. It's very few managers that win the Premier League in their first season. Very few. In fact, there's a history log of it. to show you how difficult it is. Even I don't even think Pep won the Premier League in his first season. You get, so for him to do it in his first season, people might argue, oh, he was left a good squad. This is it, but even left a good squad, whatever, you still need to put them together
But he
to
did it
play.
in a
And
season where, unfortunately, City
mm,
were on a decline.
it
They were
doesn't
not the
matter,
same
Kingsley.
City.
It doesn't matter. It
Nobody
doesn't matter.
really pressured us for that
That's what you
18
think. That's what.
race.
Okay,
I'm
okay. Now,
serious. We won
wait.
the title.
Okay,
Like right now,
Kingsley.
we already won the
This,
title.
wait,
We're
wait
going
for
to the
the
beach
title. Yeah,
like
yes, but
this time last year.
wait. But last season the title race was between just two people. Yes or
And it
no?
was yeah, but even with that, Arsenal did not add that much pressure. We won the title with 10
They did,
points.
but yeah, I know, but injuries affected them. Yeah, they had a couple of red cards. You remember Declan Rice and all. They kept
Mm,
having people that were missing games, right? But that said, even as this season, you can imagine how close it is.
mm.
This is even City at their best. Close enough, they are still
This
competing,
is
but
not even
still, did
City at
anybody?
their best.
Yes, okay, it's not City at their best, but still,
Yeah.
nobody got 90 points. Nobody's getting 89 points. What did you
Mm.
guys finish with last season? How
Like
many points did you get?
85 or so.
Was it
Was it
85 you
80,
finished
80
with?
something? It was 80 something.
Higher 80s, I think.
Yeah, me to high
Do you get?
80s. Yeah.
Yeah,
From
so
what I
and
remember.
and and Arsenal or City will probably finish the same way, but it's still close. Do you get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
at the end of the day, you can't really compare with when Klopp had 90 something, City had 90 something. Those teams were just so superior to the remaining people in the league in terms of what their coaches were doing on the pitch.
But
They
you
were
already
that,
said
they
the
were
key
that,
thing, what
they
their
were that,
coaches were doing.
yes, yes, that's where I'm coming to.
Yeah.
What their coaches were doing on the pitch, that every other person were starting to copy the principles and everything they were doing into their own training regimes and body of work. Do you get?
Because they were
Now, I'll
setting it
be
like a
honest with you.
standard.
Yes, and I'll say it. I think the major issue people are having, especially your fans, is what are you doing with the resources we have given you? What direction are you taking the squad as a whole? How do you want us to play? Who are you? What is our identity? I think it's more or less like an identity crisis. The fans are not able to connect with Slot in saying, this is who we are, this is what connects us. They say, no, Andy, you are wrong. This is what connects us to you.
Mhm.
In Pep's time, when Klopp was there, we knew how Pep played. The fans connected. Every other fan, the haters, we connected because we knew this was how Pep would play you, and you would win. You even like, if you like, you sit back. Do you get? When Poch was around, we knew that Poch was high intensity and high energy. Do you
Poch?
get what I'm
Did you say
saying?
Poch?
Yes, Poch was high. We're having a lot of injuries. That's the way Poch plays.
Mm.
That's why when we play City, we can play 4-4 because what quick transition, everything is quick. Let's move the ball. Boom, boom, boom. That's what he did in Spurs.
Mm.
And until he moved fully to have that, his height close to what we knew Poch as, or his core philosophy, he wasn't really getting much out of that squad. Do you get? So as a manager, that is a major issue with Slot. He needs to nail down, this is who we are, this is who I am. He's won the title, but he's not identified himself to the fans. And that's why the fans will start to boo him, boo the players. There's no connection. Do you get? There's no
Mhm.
connection. And if there's no connection, there's nothing holding me to you. Like, what is holding us together?
Drew is saying Andy is not the same. Klopp had no players. Slots has no tactics.
Don't say Klopp
uh,
had no players.
City
No.
versus Palace tomorrow.
Mm.
Rookie saying the league is about to lose Pep as well at the moment. Unfortunately, among the top six, only Slaughter's experience of winning Premier League since Ateta hasn't won it yet. With no Pep, there's a vacuum. Yeah, there's a vacuum, and Ateta might have a run. Ateta might have a run of prems. Arsenal could do back to back.
Opportunity.
Opportunity
Just
to build
rack
his
up
legacy, rack up prems. Ah
year 8,
man,
year
this
9,
time,
year 8, year 9 and year 10. He just
yeah.
racks up that prem. Boom,
Rookie saying
boom, boom.
FSG are simply not reactionary owners. They would not simply act. They will not.
Act
They will
out
not
of
act
pressure.
out of
Yes.
pressure. They are very coordinated. Yeah, I think they are. That's why I keep. That's why I'm going back to what I said earlier, guys. The review, end of season review, understanding where we are at, everybody on board with okay, Annie stays. Everybody on board with that after the review, after we see where we finish, and
Mm,
then we move on with Annie,
mm.
right? And then the whole Shabby Alonso thing might die. But if the review does not go well, yeah, then we'll see. But we'll never really know
Yes.
until like a few weeks.
Yeah. And another key thing now is that like I told you, I just feel Alonso Alonso wants a big job.
Mm,
The way I look at him, he doesn't want I don't feel he wants to go to a club lower than Leverkusen in terms of the way they operate, operating budgets, the structures at the club. Although Chelsea are a structureless club, do you get? They're not a club with CFCLDN rather. I should say that CFCLDN are below Leverkusen in terms of the way we are run,
mm,
right? But I don't feel he wants to go to any club in terms of stature. Our stature is still big. It's still a big job. It might not be a
mm,
good big job, but it's a big job. Do you get? It might be a job that could destroy you too, or a job that could offer you a stepping stone to something better, e.g. Maresca. Do you get? So that's just it. We don't know. So it's a case of like, if Liverpool doesn't come for me, the only available job for me to come into the Prem is Chelsea. Alonso is not going to go to Crystal Palace.
mm,
He's not. Do you get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's kind of like he doesn't want to shut. I feel he doesn't want to shut one door, but at the same time, there's a particular door he wants opened, right?
mm.
So we see. We see.
And let me read the vacuum comment. It is Rookie saying it's very difficult for the board to give a manager who won 450M to give a manager who won 450M and he isn't winning in his next year. They might feel that um they might feel it will be reactionary to sack him. Oh, like after we spend that amount of money, then you just sack him. It might be reactionary. Maybe give it time for
And
things
I
to
and it could also be
try to get
le-
back that money a little bit.
yes, it could also be a
Fair
case of
point. Fair
like
point.
it could also be a case of like FSG are also taking some blame of the way they built the squad for Annie slots. Yes, it could be. What are you laughing?
Yeah, I'm
But it could
laughing at
be.
what Foxy says. Chelsea won't even exist soon. They
Okay,
change
I
their name
saw
to
that.
Bluco Bridge FC.
I'm not even surprised. Yeah, I'm not
uh,
Foxy. Could be naming anything. SSB is saying that Ateta could go four out of five prems. Would be hilarious. You
yeah,
never hear the end of it.
you never hear
I
the end
think
of that for
I think
sure.
that's what all of us are afraid of. We're
You will
afraid
never
of
hear
having
the
a
end
play
of
for
it.
them.
You need somebody to at
Afraid
least
of we're
take
afraid
some
of
prem
Rookie
away from
having
them.
three prems. We're afraid of
Yeah, they could go back
Rookie
to back.
having like three or four prems in the bag.
Imagine they go
Arsenal
back to
fans.
back this year, next year, and then
So
next year, and then the year
the
after
rest
that.
of us
Oof,
the rest of us deserve it. If it happens.
crazy.
But Kingsley, something weird is going on. Like Manchester
Mm,
United they really want Michael Carrick as their manager,
mm,
right? And I'm looking at it now. I've always seen it as a complete negative, but I've looked at it from if Pep leaves,
mm,
right? If Pep leaves, there's a big void created. You have Ateta and the rest, maybe slots. Slot is already experienced at winning the league, so he can still win it. He can still get you guys 80 something points, which will make you finish second, right? Worst case scenario, right? So maybe man, you are saying, oh, it's not that bad. Maybe we leave Carrick and let him just learn on the job.
Mm.
He's the one with since when Carrick came to date, he's racked up 33 points, the highest in the league, followed by City 31, followed by Arsenal
Yeah,
30,
that's the
followed
expectation when you're
by
playing one game a week. Yeah.
yeah, I think Liverpool is like 24, something like that. Don't think about Chelsea. Chelsea's down like 18 mid-table, bro. So
Anyways, final thoughts.
yeah,
So there
final
needs to
thought
be a
is
segment on championship playoffs. Ah, yeah.
yes,
So
yes,
all
because
Middlesbrough out.
these guys are there. Southampton, I think it's Southampton, right? Southampton and Hull are the ones.
Yes,
Okay, no,
Holland,
sorry.
Southampton final.
Okay, I'm right. Yeah, yeah. So Hull and Southampton are the ones coming back. I think it will be Southampton.
He's
Something
saying
just tells
Liam
me.
is saying EFL could remove Southampton from finals. Why? Say hope
Why?
Hall beats Southampton in the playoffs. The cheats spying on the Middlesbrough.
But they spied on them. Oh my god. Oh, we didn't even talk about Kingsley. We didn't talk about City Palace tomorrow.
The Pep's early spending.
Yes, and we didn't talk about it. Hey, the title
You
might be
guys,
decided tomorrow. Yes.
Pep will not lose tomorrow.
Okay.
But
Kingsley,
I
I'm
think Glasner
telling you
might play his
now.
full squad just to make a point.
Food.
Just to
They've been challenging. I don't know if it's City, but it's more or less like a case of like why would he not play his strong squad when he plays Arsenal?
Mm.
He has a final, but apart from that, if Arsenal wins the Premier League, they get 10 million. So why should they
Yeah,
not collect
the
that
profit
10
is going to
million?
go hard against City
Yes, and they
for that
would.
money, for that 10 M.
Yes, for that 10 million.
Yeah, imagine a
Even
10
if
million.
it
Yeah, you
means
guys will get some nice bonuses. Make sure you
we
beat
don't even
City,
know,
or
we
make sure
don't
you
even
draw
know how,
City.
we don't even know, exactly, you just need a draw. We don't
But
even know
City at
what
the Etihad. Oh, it's City at the Etihad, right?
they can go. You see
Is it at the
Glasner
Etihad?
is at the Etihad. I don't trust him. I don't trust Glasner one bit, because Glasner can come to the Etihad and defend, and his team defends properly. It's not like all this defending where they are defending and they are hanging on. No, that's go and watch the way Glasner as a group how they defend. They are defending, but they'll be having hot counter attacks against you.
I mean,
Pep is saying Palace in his press conference. He simply thinks about
he's
winning a
simply
game
thinking
at
about
this.
winning a game at a time. Yes, taking it easy, one game at a time. That's the way you win the league. Oh, take it one game at a
What
time.
What are your
But
predictions for
but he's not
tomorrow?
winning it. I think City win. I think
How
City
many?
win, and that adds pressure. City will win like
Draw.
2-0, 1-0.
Oh,
It could even be 3-1. I think City will beat Palace. This is the same Palace that Liverpool played. We beat them. I think City will beat them. The only thing is, the only thing is, if they win, it puts pressure on Arsenal to win Burnley, and I think Arsenal can win Burnley. But Arsenal need to be careful when they play Burnley. Actually, they need to be very careful because Burnley, anyways, at the Emirates, they'll smoke them. They'll smoke them. I think they'll beat them. So I think Arsenal they've won the league. It's going to be really, really like it's the craziest plot twist now, or the craziest like what would you call that? Uh, wait, what should I read?
Sabor, Saboro are asking other teams for the investigation, like for if EFL to investigate it. If they did that to other teams, maybe they even did that to us now.
Oh, like sending a spy. Apparently, they were
Spy.
spying
Y-
for some
Yeah.
time. Not only the playoffs. They were losing games and suddenly unbeaten for 15 games.
Wow.
Wow. So the spine is like watching what the team is doing,
He's doing
like tactics and everything,
training, training. Maybe it could even be a drone safe. They have the drone stay far and they zoom in.
to
Do
see
you get
what they are planning,
to see what they are planning?
and then they prepare against it.
Yes. I'm not saying that's what they are doing, but that's a possibility.
Wow, but that's messed up. That's messed up. That's not good. That's not good at all. That's not good.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
big up Liam, man. Big up.
Big up. We
Final
appreciate
thoughts.
you, Liam. Final thought will be a godfather will always be a godfather. Perez is being a godfather. He's a master fixer. The guy
Fair
with the
enough, fair
hammer.
enough.
The guy with the hammer and nail.
Mm,
He's not just with the hammer. He has the hammer and nail. And where he wants today, he nailed both the journalists, the media,
mm.
with his hammer and nail. So, but tomorrow we'll see if the northern side of London would rejoice as City's draw.
You never can tell.
That's my
City might
prediction.
draw. If they draw, well, Arsenal has won the league then.
It's done. If they
No,
win,
but
If they win Burnley,
if
if
they
they win
draw
Burnley, they
means
won the league.
Arsenal has won the league. Or if they win Burnley, they won the league. Yeah, yeah,
Yes,
because the last game won't matter anymore. And
yeah.
then that last game, they can play their reserves and rest for Champions League.
Damn
That would
it.
be that would be a poetic end to this season, to be honest. But I feel like City will do the City thing and then they'll win.
I even pray most some players can be
And then
injured.
they'll win.
FA Cup final, they can be
And then
injured.
they win. Well, we see. We see. Anyways, shout out to you guys for joining the live, man. Shout out to Rookie, Lucky, SSB, Liam, Foxy,
AB,
AB, Drew. Shout out to Dorcas, every single person that commented. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for joining. You guys make sure
please
you get
give
the
me my
likes up in the
button.
video before you drop
Subscribe
off
if
the
you've not.
stream. Get the likes up in the video, guys. Please like the video if you've not already done so. Subscribe if you're new here. We're trying to hit 10K for the end of the year. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow after the City Palace game, we'll see what happens. And Foxy say Nigeria will be playing in the Unity Cup this summer, not the World Cup, but still a cup.
Oh
Man,
my
that's
god, that's
funny.
funny.
Anyways,
Okay.
shout out to you guys,
See you
man.
guys.